The tone is super dark now, and they've already accused each other of pretty much the hardest thing that you can accuse somebody else of in a friendship. We're reading through the comments on the last two Corys, and it seems like a lot of people are into this series, so we're gonna keep going.
Please like and subscribe. That's the only way that we get pushed on YouTube, and really, it's our nummies. We like to nom 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 nom. You want to join our Patreon? Our Patreon is blowing up right now. Very appreciative. Don't really know what you all expect, but we're gonna give you more, because this is what we like to do.
I'll tell you what they expect, Chris. Two guys on a couch, because that's all you've ever gotten.
And that's all you're gonna get.
That's all you're ever gonna get.
Relax your brain. Let's watch some Corys. Oh, right. Oh, my God.
We have to go all the way back to this?
They never finished, remember? This is where they ended.
Start. You're not gonna like it, dude.
I want to have this conversation. I think it needs to be had.
I want to have a zero compassion moment right now, but I'm not going to.
Do it. Good.
You say it to me. Don't send one of your minions
Okay,
out, okay?
I'll say it to you. You crossed the line.
With what and when and how?
With what? Gee, I don't know.
Let's
In
start
20
there.
years,
With
in
what?
20 years,
Yeah.
have we ever gone?
Brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Have I ever said something about
I had
you?
a scheduled interview.
They look like they're in a 90s boy band, don't they?
They do.
Because all I hear from the
important
press
anymore.
and from everybody else
This is early 2000s, right?
Later 2000s.
Ooh.
told me about it.
I'm looking in your eyes. I'm telling you that. I said
Right.
you're a
And you
backstabber,
called
Corey.
the
and Scott
Inquirer.
Bellman.
And you called the Inquirer.
That I can honestly tell you I did not do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they said I was in a coma
Because,
once.
dude, I'll break it out right about now.
Break it out, kid.
I don't have it on me, but I will. Corey Haim called our office to do
The
Yeah.
Inquirer magazine.
Ring a bell?
Corey, do you think they might have said that to you to get a rise out of you, to get you to say something?
Right.
Does everything have to be true from the Inquirer?
How about me staying up with you till 5 o'clock in the morning? You going, I'm suicidal. I've got a knife in my pocket. And who's gonna be there except for your best friend?
None of this is coherent.
Now and you know it.
You know it. Well, you want me to say it? You don't know. I know.
Attempt to do something like that.
Are you kidding me?
Do I look like I'm kidding you right
You're
now?
an easy target, bro.
I'm right here. Corey, you opening up to the world about me having a knife in my pocket, and the reason I wear this, man, is like to cover up some scars I have, because like I used to cut into myself, because it's a way to feel here. And like mentioning that, you just f***ing ripped the envelope, man. I'll go you one better. You let me get f***ed around in my life, man, raped, so to speak, when I was about 14 and a half, and I'm saying this right now, by the guy you used to f***ing hang out with, and tell me I'm 14, take responsibility.
Whoa, whoa.
Man, when you saw that going down when I was 14 to me, what'd you do? You knew about it.
Too far.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Best friend.
All is what you did, man.
You want to talk about the truth? Okay, well then let's talk about the truth.
Let's not talk about this. Let's talk about...
Right.
Signed by somebody else. What'd you do?
I'm gonna try to make this about me.
But it,
You talked to me about it?
It's just, ugh. I know horrible things happen to them,
They did.
but I feel like they're cashing in on it rather than trying to hash it out.
Corey,
Can you let her put the food down?
I'll
all
just
that?
put you in the ground, kid.
Okay.
Neither of you can fight. You're not tough guys.
Good point.
We don't like you for being tough guys. Don't pretend.
My stuntman can beat up your stuntman.
I'm gonna go.
Look at him. You know, this is a work.
I know. Well, they brought it up, but they didn't talk about it.
You're right, and it did feel like a cash in,
Yeah.
which is very sad.
Corey.
Yeah.
Hamster. Listen, I want to get this on the record. Dude, I did the Inquirer. I did do. I positively did do the Inquirer. I am so sorry.
Thank you for
So Canadian.
I know, right?
Of course I'm going to be honest, dude. Probably no one.
I want to get this oot. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something, Corey. That was a big jumping off place, because I really didn't know where to go without you saying those words to me. So, thank you. You actually owned it.
So they made up, and the show's over.
It's big.
Goodbye. We do have another Corey. We have to do another Corey volume. We know.
Right.
It's amassing. It's an embarrassment of Corey. Well, when is it not?
That's like one of those plural nouns, like a murder of crows. It's an embarrassment of Corey.
That's right.
This is what they should have done when they were 15.
Last ditch effort. Wow, that's when therapy works its best, when it's the last ditch you know, Hail Mary pass.
This filter again. In a last-ditch effort to save this show,
Yeah.
they went on therapy.
Yes, that's exactly what it should have said.
Oh, Feldman's got a mansion again?
Oh, look, they just woke up. For real. For reals, for reals.
Get ready.
I really need to see her doing her hair. It's really important.
It's in the contract. She needs this amount of screen time messing with her hair.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go.
I think it's cute. You guys are getting married.
That mirror is giant. It's like an AI mirror or
I
something.
know, right?
Yeah, I'm not too excited about it, quite honestly.
It fit in the shot so well that I was like, oh yeah. And then you said how big it was. I'm like, oh God.
It's massive. It must be like 100 pounds more.
I would have told you that there's not a chance in hell that he's ever going to change. That said, today is a different day, and there is the hope for change. There is the possibility that maybe he could get his together.
Maybe they just didn't have, none of them had tans, so they're just like, red filter everything. Make us look good. Steve Passini,
Why didn't Steve come meet him at the airport?
shout out.
Problems with him. I just still haven't gotten everything off my chest, or even quarter of it of what I want to say to him, or have him understand.
Why was Steve there? He didn't say anything.
He's always had some kind of weird gloves, like always,
Right?
it's like hand scarves.
If they go their separate ways, we still have 6 more episodes of this.
Okay, you plugged the psychologist enough.
The filter is really weird.
This looks, if I didn't know better, I'd say you're waiting to go into like a really nice Chinese restaurant.
Thanks for coming.
Well, this is what you wanted.
No, this is what I wanted for us, man. If you want to do this, I'll bail right now.
I'm here, bro.
You're not
I'm here.
down?
I'm just saying. I don't know if I'm down with the doctor. I have to. Oh, hi. All right.
Great things.
Here we are. I really want to say that I think this is incredibly brave.
Hair?
20 years.
But a little over 20 years.
So, is this where your idea to be?
Hair?
Positive outcome of all this would be Haim getting to a place where he's comfortable and controlled and learns how to take control of his life and his destiny and his business.
Not
And
taking any responsibility for any of this.
So, just a heads up. No one's an expert in therapy, of course, but if you've ever been to therapy, this is nothing like therapy.
No.
Nada.
Some kind of Hollywood setup?
About what would happen for him? What would happen for you?
for me, it's all about if he's okay, I'm okay. So
I'm sorry, but that's a lot of pressure, kid. The reason I wanted the sessions was to work on us, our friendship, not me.
Okay, good. Can you pick one thing that you feel so wounded about?
The controlling thing. It's so irritating. Like, you treat me like I'm, like you're
Kid.
you got your together, and I don't.
But you're talking about him.
Okay.
Talk about you. I feel,
Good.
and when I feel controlled, I,
Get pissed off.
because
It's so aggravating to have like you act like you got your together.
Talks directly to him again.
Because
I'm
he
just trying to
doesn't
take
even
you
have together.
But why isn't that just funny? It's so funny. That guy's trying to tell me to get
Because
my
after a while, it's a little annoying when I only have not just him, but him with his wife and everybody.
That's starting to get real.
Yeah.
He's doing it. This is not a.
And I want to get
you know,
this clear.
Yeah.
The controlling factor thing,
Yeah.
when I feel I'm getting controlled by someone who doesn't have their own together yet, is just blatantly annoying, and it's a waste of my time.
Do you do anything with all this juice that you carry?
Oh, like hobbies and stuff? Well,
Yeah,
I paint,
do you paint?
I cook.
You paint?
I do.
Because one of the things I'd love to ask you to do at some point, and we'll figure that out as we go along, but one of the things I'd love to ask you to do is to paint about the sadness, not the anger, the sadness. Paint the sadness.
I kind of did that with our Goodbye to the Sofa song. Check it out in the link somewhere, probably.
So
You gotta
great.
stop. Yeah, that was therapy. Very good.
It almost was therapy.
No.
No?
Let me mix it all up.
That's a very large canvas.
Anger you can do. Yeah, that is a massive canvas. Of course it is.
He told me to paint my sadness.
They're back there already?
Wearing the same shirt. Are you, lady?
I find myself sitting a little more, thinking about a lot, rather than, okay, forget it, I'm gonna go do something.
Gotta keep myself busy.
Well,
yeah.
to fill the void.
She looks like Major Kira from Deep Space Nine.
I was gonna say, I didn't know her name. Just give her the thing and the ear.
Right.
What's really going on?
I had something that happened to me when I was like a little boy, whatever, and we know what happened, whatever, and it has to do with like just a sexual issue, whatever. It's not great. He knew something that was happening to me that if he had my back so much, you know, or at least
Well,
some
how
of
old
our-
were you at the time?
We were 14.
We were both,
We were both kids.
This is a lot of displaced anger toward his parents. Is
Right.
What's happening, because
Yeah.
Corey Feldman was also a 14-year-old boy getting whatevered.
Just are lashing out and flailing around and doing the best they can, which is why neither one of them felt supported, because they were incapable of doing it.
Well, I mean, why not tell somebody?
Did you tell somebody?
I have. Sure I did. At the very end, pieces, bits and pieces. Nobody still knows the full story except him.
I don't know why he's trying to put it all on Feldman.
They're trying to put it on each other because they're both completely emotionally stunted.
Befriended this guy, became like best friends with him.
No.
Yes,
I was
yes.
already friends with him.
Right. So after you found, I know that, but after you found out what was going on with him,
Let's take it back for a second. The guy that was molesting me, didn't I stay friends with him too?
Mike, that's your choice.
You know, it's a very good up counterpoint to make. The guy who molested me, I'm friends with him too. That would tell me as Tame, oh, this guy's really up.
Right. Pretty heavy episode, and they're framing it as if it's therapy. It's not really therapy. It's kind of some Hollywood therapy.
This isn't fun and interesting like Surreal Life or when Corey's, you know, dancing or something. This is interesting in a sad way, and there is some reality here for them. Kind of kudos to putting it on TV, kind of, in some way that hopefully someone could see this and say, I'm not alone, or yeah, I felt abandoned too, things like that. So I hope that something good can come of this, not just the two Coreys in a kind of fake therapy session.
When we started watching all this Corey Feldman stuff, I was kind of doing it for fun, and this isn't necessarily fun, even though it's still interesting.
So for you and Susie, man, to be like, well, you should take responsibility and do it. Okay, I have, but thanks for the backup of like, you were a kid, dude, what'd you know? Nothing. All you guys are saying to me is, man up, take responsibility, and deal with it, it's your problem, it's your fault.
No.
No, it's very sad. Yeah, I kind of see Feldman's point of view here.
Absolutely said, it
The
is
rest of
my
the
fault,
conversation-
my
No.
responsibility, take responsibility
It's not
for
a
what
fault
has
situation.
happened to me.
Really placing a lot of blame on others. And when someone like Feldman, whose mindset works as such as, hey, there's a problem, I need to take responsibility for what I can do now and what I'm about, rather than who did what to me and how they did it to me. But I have to look at the ground level and make sure that it's solid. I can't believe I'm saying this about Corey Feldman.
And then Corey Feldman goes on to do this. So it's hard to like keep all these things together for me. It's like I'm juggling right now, and one thing's a bowling ball and one thing's a feather, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this.
He's growing his front rat tail out and talking about taking responsibility.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
When he apologizes, you say thank you for that, and I can't tell whether you are really
Because I
believing
don't
him.
know, Doc.
Because you don't know?
Because I don't know him well enough right now to believe him or not.
Look at this as a marriage.
Right.
There's a reason why the
She's
two of
really
you
in
are
love
brought
with the
together.
idea of us being...
No, I get what
I
you're saying.
am.
We are kind of
Because
like
I know
little-
that best friends come
Thing, I
together
get
for
that.
very similar reasons.
I'm going to have to either accept him for who he's turned into and what he's chosen to be in life.
We did.
I think he's a great man. Deep down, I love him, and he'll always be my partner, my best friend.
I'll be honest, there's also an anger part that thinks that sometimes you manipulate things to suit your best interest and don't think about
Probably
how it
absolutely, for
affects
sure.
other people.
For sure.
Shoot straight with me, and I'll shoot straight with you.
I probably couldn't be friends with a Corey Haim because it would be too painful, and I couldn't accept someone in a downward spiral with drugs and mental health that refuses help and refuses even my basic advice as a friend, saying, hey, it's really rainy out and you're driving really hectically. I don't want to see you crash. And he says, just accept me the way I am. It gets to be much when you're trying to have your own life and your own family.
I think it went well. I feel like I was more honest than I've ever been. So, you know what? Everyone's right. Maybe I should start being a little more selfish. I really don't have anyone to call in LA, anyone to hang out with. I'm just trying to adapt, live life in Hollywood.
Scott here.
So you thought we'd have a break from Corey
He did?
singing and dancing? No, you're wrong.
Free chip.
Therapy's over.
Did you say chip?
Yeah, but the kind you eat. not the kind you
okay.
Jameson, how are you? Good.
Oh,
Jameson!
Speaking of,
Everybody mad, everybody's good.
by the way, the next episode is the
Is
the
it?
meltdown. So
On the set meltdown.
on the set meltdown. Poker.
Yeah.
Would you play poker with Corey Feldman?
Absolutely, I would. And I'd
guess I
probably
would.
get worked by him because he's an actor.
Consistently fighting and always trying to I'm always very hyper about things, and my dad always used to say, lay with me, watch a ball game, relax. I never learned how to.
And then he's down to not even matches.
I could sit and weep just being with you because the wealth of pain
Yeah.
that comes off of you.
Yeah. It's true.
What is it like to be you?
It's awful. It's empty. It's loneliness. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It's being alone. Who the wants to be alone?
We always pursue that which we're most afraid of.
It's insane. We're going to family counseling.
Would you stop blabbing this to all your f***ing friends? What are you doing, man? I know it's on TV. All right. TV show. TV show.
This is true. We are having a love affair. To restore our friendship, he feels that the best thing to do is to go to therapy.
I'm interested in this because I have a very
It's such a thing to do. It's called family counseling, guys.
Right.
I mean, you could do that.
I'm sitting there in therapy, and I'm like, I want to help you. You know, that's what I'm here for. I've always been there to help you. And he's like, you're trying to give me advice. Your life is more messed up than mine is. And I'm like, oh.
This is, you don't do that. You
No.
don't do it. You don't do it on TV for a gag. You don't do it in your personal life. You don't do it. You don't do what he's doing right now.
This goes against everything that you're supposed to do in therapy. It's not what it's for, and it's not what it's about. Sometimes it just helps to talk to somebody, and there's different kind of therapists, and some of them are just there, a person to talk to. They don't give you advice or anything.
Nope.
Was that the lighting guy? How can you laugh when there's no light board?
I don't know if this is going to happen. I actually like this montage. I think this is a good little moment. More came out about Haim than I thought would come out.
Right.
And that last part really pissed me off.
Totally.
It really did.
Yeah, that was kind of and I bet Haim can feel that, which is why Haim was so frustrated about it. He's like, we're just doing this for TV. He doesn't really give a shit. Different feel for this episode.
Let it
Make sure you comment below if this is something that you thought you were going to get when you wanted more of the two Coreys. So if you're really into this, make sure you do leave a comment just to make sure that we get enough feedback to make sure that we want to keep doing these. Also, now there's a Facebook page. Go out and check out the Facebook page if you're old like me and you use Facebook.
Thank you to our subscribers. We really appreciate it. Our Patreon has been, for us, blowing up. It's faster. There's no censorship, that kind of thing. So that's why it's on Patreon first. It's not because we're trying to be these moguls. We're clearly not.
We're not moguls. Some videos never make it onto YouTube because of the content police and the copyright Gestapo.
What is that?
I don't know.
All right, that was sad.
You must help us.
That's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt.